أعوذ بالله السميع العليم الرحمن الرحيم من نفسي ومن الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. نشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، له الملك وله الحمد يحيي ويميت وهو حي لا يموت وهو على كل شيء قدير وإليه المصير. ونصلي ونسلم على خير أمة المتقين وحبيب رب العالمين النور المبين والهادي إلى صراط الله تعالى المستقيم، سيدنا ونبينا وحبيبنا ومولانا محمد بن عبد الله بن عبد المطلب. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد كما صليت على سيدنا إبراهيم وعلى آل سيدنا إبراهيم، وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد كما باركت على سيدنا إبراهيم وعلى آل سيدنا إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد. أما بعد، رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وقل ربي زدني علما. اللهم إنا نسألك الهدى والتقى والعفاف والغنى عن الناس والعلم بالله رب العالمين والثبات على الدين والحشر مع سيدنا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم خاتم الأنبياء والمرسلين. أما بعد. We have spoken for approximately 5 lectures about Surah Al-Rum, which is talking about the Romans of the West and the joint venture with the sons of the Dajjal. In Surah Al-Isra, chapter 17, and these two groups of people are working together, and we have shown the first corruption was deviating the Christianity from monotheism at-Tawheed to polytheism al-Shirk, when they have adding this trinity by Shaul or Paul the messenger, and that was being designed and articulated by the Dajjal himself, and we have proven that the Dajjal, Shaul or the Paul the messenger, or the Bolus al-Rasul, are the Dajjal himself. And at the time when we have seen verse number 101 in Surah Al-Isra, talking about the sons of the Dajjal, that surah is actually had a lot of secrets. If we see verse number 101 at nearby the end of the surah, which is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَلَقَدْ أَتَيْنَا مُوسَى 9 آيَاتٍ بَيِّنَاتٍ فَاسْأَلْ بَنِي إِسْرَائِيلَ إِذْ جَاءَهُمْ. Like Musa is going to ask Bani Israel. Listen to this, it's very, very interesting response. فاسأل بني إسرائيل إذ جاءهم فقال له فرعون إني لأظنك يا موسى مسحورا. By the way, the name Fir'aun or the title Fir'aun never been mentioned in the Quran except with Sayyidina Musa. Nowhere else in the Quran has mentioned when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking about Egypt. In Surah Yusuf, when the sons of Jacob and his sons came to Egypt, and when they were talking, the dialogue happened between Sayyidina Yusuf alayhi salam and talking about the king of Egypt. He didn't say the Pharaoh, al-Fir'aun. He said وَأَخَذَ أَخَاهُ فِي دِينِ الْمَلِكِ قال الملك يا أيها الملأ أفتوني في رؤيا. He didn't say it قال فرعون. Al-Malik is different from the Fir'aun. So that word Fir'aun is being specified only for one person's at the time of Musa alayhi salam. But this verse 101 Surah Al-Isra is very directive, very indicative, very informative. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking about the 9 verses or the 9 miracles or the 9 signs has given to Sayyidina Musa. وَلَقَدْ آتَيْنَا مُوسَى 9 آيَاتٍ بَيِّنَاتٍ. Full stop. Then he said, فَاسْأَلْ بَنِي إِسْرَائِيلَ إِذْ جَاءَهُمْ فَقَالَ لَهُ فِرْعَوْنَ. What is the business between Bani Israel and Fir'aun? Sayyidina Musa is going to talk to Bani Israel, and the only one responded with the top of them is Fir'aun. So Fir'aun is being proven by this verse he is from Bani Israel. قال له يا موسى إني أظنك مسحورا إني لأظنك يا موسى مسحورا. And always the Pharaoh, the Pharaoh is talking about sihr, controlling the masses by the sihr, by the black magic. Good. So we have spoken about this. Is just something came across while I'm studying Surah Al-Isra. This is very much highlighted there like a big lamp. Sayyidina Musa is going to meet or to see or to talk to Bani Israel, and the one responded to him after he's speaking to them is the Pharaoh. So the Pharaoh is one of the biggest of the Bani Israel, and these guys, Bani Israel, used Pharaoh to control entire Egypt. And it seems to me that this Pharaoh or this Pharaoh was working under the directions of the Dajjal himself. At that time was As-Samiri. So the sons of the Dajjal was in complete control in Egypt, and Egypt those days was like United States, superpower, top country on earth. So you will find them in control, always the case. They will be always the case, controlling the superpower of the time. And that was the case at the time of the Pharaoh, of Musa. And to understand the title Fir'aun, the Pharaoh, when Sayyidina Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said about Abu Lahab, إنه فرعون هذه الأمة. Abu Lahab is the Pharaoh of this ummah, Ummah Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Pharaoh. So Fir'aun is a title having a lot of bad qualifications. When it come together in one person, we call this person is a Pharaoh. And it seems that this Pharaoh was not the top man of Egypt those days, and the Dajjal always used to work behind the scene. And for your information, the Sahara or the black magicians at that time working in the ministry of black magician or black magic, reported directly to the Pharaoh himself, Al-Fir'aun. All of them from Bani Israel. It's not only that. So the first corruption, as we have spoken last few lectures, was diverting the Christianity from monotheism or Tawheed to the Shirk or the polytheism and Trinity and that stuff. And we have spoken last lecture about the second corruption. The second corruption is to lead the entire humanity not to believe in God, not to believe in Allah, no monotheism, there is no creator, there is no God, and they have planned that one to be that corruption, second corruption. It is well planned from the 18th century. From the 18th century, the first appearance of someone, one of the sons of the Dajjal, his name is the Darwin, the Darwinian theory or the evolution theory. And this Darwin, with other physicians, also sons of the Dajjal, all of them are Jews, all. When they said this earth, this universe has been created through a big bang, a big explosion, and has created, this is also hocus pocus. So they joining the big bang and the Darwinian theory that we have been originated from a single cell, monocell, and that monocell has survived that big bang explosion. With they, by their own tongue, their own writing, they said that big bang or that big explosion has came with billions of degrees Celsius, very hot. Nothing can survive that, as we mentioned last lecture. So what kind of cell will survive 1 billion degrees Celsius? Nothing. This cannot happen. So that Darwin trying to prove that we came haphazardly, and when some other people ask these guys who believe in Darwinian theory, from where this cell came from, it came from the space. Who has sent it from the space? Nature. Right? What they are trying to prove using the Big Bang theory, using the Darwinian theory, and using the other sons of the Dajjal, his name is Sigmund Freud, and the other name, his name is Wilhelm Reich. Wilhelm Reich, which is, he has a very famous book. His name is the الثورة الجنسية, or the revolutionary six, or something like this. Also, this is from early 19th century. So they are using, and all of a sudden, all of these scientists, all of them are the sons of the Dajjal. They came in the front, they just front page of everything. Sigmund Freud, Wilhelm Reich, this guy, this Darwin, and so many other guys. We can give you big list of names. All of them, most of them, or all of them are Jews, including the one. His name is Einstein, very famous. They put him in the front. They make him so big, and he's just a liar and he's a thief. He has stolen some of the Nikola Tesla's experiments and stuff. He stole it to himself. This is recorded. Just go and search, and they just open the Google himself, which is their tool, but they are exposing some of this. So the second corruption is to lead the entire humanity to believe that there is no God. That means they wanted to lead the entire humanity to atheism and denying Allah himself. And if denying Allah, they are denying all messengers, and they are denying all revelations and messages. And accordingly, they are confirming that fact that this is the life. You can have your Jannah now here. You enjoy your life because there is no day of judgment. And this is exactly implementing the verse of the Quran when the shaitan said to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, لَأَقْعُدَنَّ لَهُمْ صِرَاطَكَ الْمُسْتَقِيمِ. I will stay in their straight path. They will not worship you. they will not be obedient to you, they are not going to follow your revelations. Simply speaking, they are following all haram, your haram, and your halal they won't follow. They will do everything you forbid. And this is a sort of challenging to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this is happening. Look around you. Gayism became permissible, prostitutions became permissible, abortion is permissible. Not any single religion give any permission for abortion. It became permissible everywhere now. Maybe certain countries not. So everything, riba, which is the interest rate, became halal. Gambling, it's opening. They have gambling everywhere. You can visit the gambling statue or institute of Sydney here in the city. Everywhere, in every country, they have gambling everywhere. Institutes. Everything haram became permissible. And they have created another two entities long time ago, probably 100 years ago, called Hollywood and Disney, which has this Disneyland, but they have Disney movies. And all of them are trying to convince the humanity, as we have discussed about the Anunnaki last week, and we have been created by this Anunnaki, and these guys will invade us, will come back to Earth to fix the problems. There is a plan now, they called the Golden Billions, where they wanted to eradicate 7 billion people from the face of the earth and keep 1 billion as per their selection. So this 1 billion will become completely enslaved and worshipping the Dajjal and following these instructions, and became completely enslaved. They cannot say no to anything. And eradicating 7 billions, this is very interesting point, because they will eradicate 7 billions while all of these 7 billions are not interested in having a relationship with heaven, with Allah. Out of these 8 billions, exactly 7 billions of them are not interested, they are not spiritual, they are not having any relationship with Allah. Some of them are actually Muslims. So if they killed 7 billion while all of them are denying Allah, look at China and India. Both of them at least 2.5 billion of them, they are not interested, all of them, whether they are Hinduism or Buddhism, or they don't believe in Allah and they don't follow any Sharia. Some of them Buddhism, but the rest of them are not interested in any religion. They are actually fighting any religion. So if they kill these 7 billions, they will die and will be resurrected at the day of judgment as kuffar. So they will be happy to cause death to these 7 billion, because this is guaranteed they will not be saved at the other side. And this is part of the threat that Iblis has told Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, وَلَا تَجِدُ أَكْثَرَهُمْ شَاكِرِينَ لَأَقْعُدَنَّ لَهُمْ صِرَاطَكَ الْمُسْتَقِيمَ. I will deviate them from the straight path. And he did a good job. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Quran, وَقَضَى رَبُّكَ أَلَّا تَعْبُدُوا إِلَّا إِيَّاهُ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has decided that time will come that everyone on earth will worship Allah. And didn't come yet. And that will be fulfilled and will happen at the time of Imam Mahdi alayhi salam. Why I'm saying these 4, 5, 6 lectures there? What is the aim out of all of this talk? I will talk about other tools they are using to deviate the humanity away from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in few minutes, but I'd like to make it clear to the people. We have the responsibilities as followers of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam to save ourselves, to save the people around us, and to save the entire humanity. This is our responsibility. Is to convey the message of Sayyidina Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam to the entire humanity. And you cannot save someone while you cannot save yourself. So first we have to save ourselves. And to convey messages, this message of the truth to our children and grandchildren. The confrontation and the international, the global war is coming between the truth camp and the false camp. It is coming soon. When I'm saying soon, it is not tomorrow, maybe in 30, 40 years. Meaning our current children and grandchildren, it might, definitely our grandchildren, we will see, they will be part of this army of Imam Mahdi alayhi salam. And the question is, are we prepared for that? Do we prepare our children and grandchildren to carry the flag after us? Are we ready and prepared for that crucial time which is coming soon? And every day is taking us closer to this crucial time, which we already living in that era now. When I'm talking about the other tools that Dajjal is using to move all humanity, including Muslims or the followers of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, away from that one. We are the only stone wall stopping him. He cannot come outside until the corruption is covering whole earth. And we, whether us or our children or grandchildren, will be the minority in this war. Minority. I'm just telling you from now. But this minority will win over and will take over the entire globe. And will have victories against any power. And as per the hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will make this deen, La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah, will get into every house, bayt min hajarin aw madar, a house made of tent or the skin of the cattles, or being built like this house from stones. Anywhere. بعز عزيز أو بذل ذليل, where عز عزيز, where we are honorable and strong and powerful and taking the truth side, or بذل ذليل, we have victory, or all the world will be beaten in spite of their nose. This is the plan of Allah. This is not the plan of the Dajjal. Who is the Dajjal? He's just a fitna Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has caused to prove that we are on the side of the truth, on the same side with Allah and Rasulullah and the mu'mineen. This is the basic reason behind all of these lectures. This is lecture number 6. This is the basic reason, is to be well prepared for the crucial time when the wars and something like it comes. At least we guaranteed that our children and our grandchildren will be in the right camp. And this is our message. This is our responsibility. We have to do that. Let's move to the other sources of, I have written something here. They have done the HARP, the project of HARP. We have talked about the Anunnaki and the Blue Beam project. We have talked about that before, but we can give some hints. And the hologram, and this is the evolution theory. And there is another lie. I think we have talked about this before, but I will raise this point in a few minutes. There is nothing called dinosaurs. This is another big lie. They have using these sculptures, guys, to do some of this, and they are joining together, and they has been buried this one somewhere in under the sand or under the rocks, and keep it for some time, and do some treatment by water and steam and some dust and stuff to look like this is very old. And when they take this one, they take it to put it directly to the exhibition, and there is only two exhibitions. One is in the United States and one in England. The two headquarters of the Dajjal. It's not anywhere in the world. And when you ask any archaeologist or anything, any student in the world wanted to have a sample to study under the microscope, they will prohibit us. Does not exist because it is fake. There is nothing called dinosaurs. This is fake. They are using this lie of dinosaurs or Soros or some whatever it is to support the Darwinian theory. And go and see the lies of National Geographic about dinosaurs year 2001. I want everyone to go and see the lies of National Geographic about dinosaurs year 2001. Look around it in your mobile or your laptop, you will find that was a big lie. That means all fabricated evidence. All are fabricated evidence. They don't have any evidence. And there is a lot of scientists and archaeologists everywhere in the world wanted to have sample to study themselves. They refused because it is fake. Anyone will take a sample and try to study under the microscope or under the x-rays or anything, they will discover this is fake. It is fabricated. So, and we have talked about this hologram business. This hologram is going to be used. They are actually making the hologram more accurate. Nowadays, they approximately reach the level of 99% or 99.8% accuracy. So they are going to use this hologram to prove that Jesus will appear, Lady Mary will appear, Moses will appear, and Muhammad will appear in the sky and asking their followers with their different languages on earth, you follow that man is good, follow him, meaning everyone will follow the Dajjal and he is the Lord, worship him. And all are fake, using the hologram. You can go and search about hologram also, and that how they are going to use the hologram to convince the masses. And part of the Blue Beam project Blue Beam, مشروع الشعاع الأزرق, is they have discovered some monotone vibrations or frequency where they have using the satellites to keep this one, to put the people in a mood of accepting anything. And they keep repeating the lies day after day, 1 hour after 1 hour, with using these rays and the frequencies until all the people believe this is true. This is a satanic. The only people who will be protected against these frequencies and rays are the one who prays, the one on wudu, the one on making dhikr, reading the Quran. Because we are producing frequencies and light will defeat this one and expel it away. We will not fall in this trap. Those who are not praying, those who are not on wudu, those who are not making dhikr, they will be inflicted and influenced by these rays, and we will believe the same as the rest of the masses. So our Sharia is the only protection we have. As I said before recording this, there are a treaty 1954 between the US government and the underground jinn called the Greys. Strangely enough, Sheikh Akibus, that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam 1400 years ago said, at the time of the Dajjal, the shayateen will talk to the people will talk to the shayateen, and it will be normal. And in another hadith, that at the time of the Dajjal will be shayateen, jinn, in the mosque will read Quran. And people knows, he's good jinn, he's leading the prayer. And this is against the Sharia. Those who will follow him, they are not the good Muslims. Angels and the jinn, they are following the human. If a man is praying, angels and jinn stand there behind and pray behind him if they are Muslims. I'm talking about the jinn. Right? And they have this treaty or agreement between the 1994 between the US government and the jinn. They said it's not jinn, this UFO, undefined flying object coming from the space, and these guys from the space, and these guys are aliens. It's not alien, they are not aliens, or aliens, which means non-human. If the word aliens means non-human, they are non-human. And they claim that they came from space. They are not from space, they are from down earth, and they are jinn, and they are going to use them at the time of the Dajjal, and there will be millions or billions of them. And these guys will be part of the army of the Dajjal, jinn. And this is by the hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that the shayateen will be part of the army of the Dajjal, and every Muslim knows that hadith. And that treaty or that agreement between US government 1954 and the jinn, they call the aliens the Greys. They are jinn, nothing else. And they have another treaties or a covenant secret they don't tell you with other more dangerous kind of jinn. It is not only that. They are preparing these jinn to work directly with the qareen of every human, to use them to convince through the qareen that they are true. The only way to weaken down your qareen, to make it follow you, is salawat, wudu, dhikr, reading Quran, and making istighfar, salah salam ala rasulullah, all kind of dhikr. There is no way to be saved out of that one without following the Sharia of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam to the dot. No riba, no look to the haram, not committing any haram. You have to stop all these acts to be saved. And to fulfill the verse of Surah Al-A'raf, إِنَّ الَّذِينَ اتَّقَوْا إِذَا مَسَّهُمْ طَائِفٌ مِّنَ الشَّيْطَانِ تَذَكَّرُوا فَإِذَا هُمْ مُبْصِرُونَ. Those having taqwa, if they have a glimpse from the shaitan, will remember immediately, and they will have a clear vision. What is this shaitan? Will see him and will not follow him. The problem that we are coming to this era, we are heading to that one now. The second problem is that everything happening nowadays, it is completely Dajjali, and we are living inside a high wave of Dajjali wave in every aspect in this life. When I will come back to talk about the Surah Rum, as I have mentioned before, we are following the West, Romans, in every aspect. The way they eat, the way they dress, the way they behave, their banking system, their health system, their social system, everything. And as we agreed before, they are in a joint venture with the sons of the Dajjal, of Bani Israel. Joint venture. And we have explained in details how this joint venture started from the time of Paul, when he kicked out the Christianity out from the Jews, kicked to the Europeans or to the West. And we are living the second corruption, big corruption, and that corruption so far is successful to a great extent, getting the humanity away from Allah, getting the humanity not to worship Allah, not to follow His revelations. And to succeed, I'm trying to gather all this. To succeed to do this one, after Second World War, they started to do these international organizations. Food organization, the FAO, health organizations, and the GATT, which is the trade organization. All organizations, it is an international organizations to control all activities on earth, even the military, the United Nations and stuff, and the NATO. They have planned after the First World War, or at the time of First World War, to make the world is one, the world order. What is this?
New World Order.
New World Order. They are moving now from New World Order, and that started a few years ago, moving from New World Order to One World Order. Like New World Order, it can be different government, different this one, but they are following somehow these international organizations. But now they are moving to have one world army, one world government, one world economy, one world, everything one world. It will be one world centralized, and all these big and strong countries will be gone to the wind. USA, China, Russia, North Korea, all these countries, there will not be a government or countries. It will be one country on the world and has one army, one economy, one trade, everything, one police. These are the plans, is to go to implement that one. And what did they do this one? They started with coronavirus, they started with Ukraine war, and they are implementing the plan to come to the point when we have one world order, one government, one army, one police. We are heading, or they are planning to head, but they are planning something and Allah has completely different plan. We are the hope for the entire world. We are the hope to stop this. We cannot stop this one except spiritually. Wallahi, wallahi, wallahi. It is not how much arms we have. It is not how much powers we have or strong economy we have or anything. It is because we are عباد لله. بعثنا عليكم عبادا لنا أولي بأس شديد. We have to become عباد لله, real عباد. If we are not this ibad, we will be defeated, will be eaten as we have eaten 100 years ago. When they demolished the Ottoman Empire, it was already demolished, but they finished it. 1924. Since then, we are close to be 100 years since the Ottoman Empire has been eradicated from the existence. At the time of Ottoman Empire, yes, it was weak, but they were fearing us because we were one country, one ummah. And when Sultan Abdul Hamid, rahimahullah, said, I will declare jihad in the entire ummah, they fear him. They said, no, 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 don't do that one. No, no, no. They fear, even he can do that one those days, but he threatened them. They were trembling because it will be international war, all of them against Muslims. And Muslims, they are ready to die. They want to die. And they don't have this luxury. We love to die, but they don't. They love to lie, to live. And if someone loves to die, meeting someone loves to live, this one will flee. Cowards. And the only solution is divide and conquer. This is the British stuff. And the problem is they started these lies from 18th century, trying to deviate, and they have this is industrial revolution, and they have so much advance. And all of a sudden, end of the 18th century and beginning of 19th century, all this advanced and these technologies comes out. This is Dajjali. Bear in mind, you study all the history, you'll find every big war, the first thing they demolish and they destroy are books. And killing the scientists and the scholars. Every war is happening, this is the first thing, to cut you from your roots. Scholars and the books. It's always happening. And these bloody Americans, when invaded Iraq, they have removed all books and ancient stuff from Iraq. They even bombarded the shrine of Imam Ali alayhi salam in Najaf. They are bad, they are real evil. These sons of the Dajjal, using the Romans or the West to do their agenda. The sons of the Dajjal are controlling the economy, the military, everything. And the Romans nothing but enslaved to them. And these international organizations, they do nothing except implementing the Dajjali plan. heading to one world order. And who will be the king of that world? Will be the Dajjal himself. When this started to happen, he will appear himself and he will be appointed himself. I am the king of this world. You guys worship me. Those who will worship me, they will enter my paradise. Those who will be against me, they will enter my fire. And Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, if this is happening, you go to his fire, you will discover this is Jannah. And anyone who will follow his Jannah, this is the real fire. And the first thing when he, the boy of the Dajjal, the boy, the kid, the Bush the kid, when he invaded Iraq, he said, whether you are with us or against us, no other solution. Whether you get into our paradise or you will be subjected to the hell. Few people are being against, the entire world became with them, afraid of them. Alhamdulillah, we don't, I'm talking about myself, I don't know about you guys. I don't fear death. I'm ready. If my death will please Allah, take me now. I don't care about them, I don't fear them, I don't fear even the jinn, Iblis himself or the Dajjal himself, Wallah. I will follow the instructions of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. If the Dajjal appears, whether him himself or his system, walk away. Don't follow the Dajjal and don't follow his systems. But Rasulullah alayhi salatu wasallam said another hadith, سيأتي زمان على أمتي لا يسلم فيه المرء من الربا ولو أن يمسسه غباره. The time will come for my ummah, they cannot escape or flee away from the riba. Some of them will be touched by the dust of the riba, which we are living in this dust. Riba is everywhere in the world. Everything is through riba. You are working in a company, you're having a salary. From where you get salary? You get your salary from your bank, and the bank is dealing with riba. And this money coming from the bank, this is the dust of riba. You can't escape that one. This is the system. Otherwise, find yourself some acreage somewhere, have some seeds and plant them and eat and dig and have a water from there, and don't touch the humanity. Just exclude yourself away from them. And currently, they make it so difficult to do that now. You are completely independent on the Dajjali system. Look at yourself when you are using your mobile or your laptop or this technology. If you are a student, if you are a banker, if you are a teacher, if you are anything, you are completely relying on the Dajjal communication system. You can buy and sell through your mobile. You can study through your mobile. You can have exam in your mobile. You can see your result of your exam on your mobile. You can make banking work, banking transactions in your mobile. You can do everything in your mobile. This is the new sihr. So we are, whether we like it or we don't like it, we are under the influence of the magic or the black magic of the Dajjal. We are living the era of the black magic of the Dajjal. Everything. Even ya Hajjah, the food you are eating now, anyone tricks you or deceive you, say this is organic, this is a big lie. Nothing is organic. Engineered modified food, they put this genetic stuff inside, so we are not eating real food. Even your medications. So your medical system, your social system, your food system, every system we are living in is a Dajjali system. The only walk away from that one is to be a real Muslim following Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. No other solution. Wallah, there is no, I can't find, I've tried, there is no other solution except to be a good Muslim. Always on wudu, always on time for your prayers, always reading Quran, always making dhikr, always seek Allah help. And Allah have said it in the Quran, قُلْ مَا يَعْبَأُ بِكُمْ رَبِّي لَوْلَا دُعَاؤُكُمْ. Allah will never look at you unless you are making dua. And as Rasulullah alayhi salatu wasalam, الدعاء مخ العبادة, الدعاء is the brain of your ibadah, or it is the ibadah itself. هو العبادة. My sons, if you cannot sense the danger, you are drunk. And really, all of us are drunk from the Dajjal system. We are drinking and eating his systems. We need to wake up. We need to save ourselves to be able to save others. If you are trying to make dua and you can't make dua and make dua asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, seeking his help, asking his help, and if you are not crying while you are making in sujood and making dua, you still have a bad heart full of darkness, because we are following the Dajjali system. We need to wake up. We need to save ourselves. And I'm not talking about something will happen in 10 years or 20 years. It is happening already now. It is happening. I am not talking about something expected. There is no more expectations. We are living the era. We are drunk from the Dajjal systems. We eating his food, we are drinking his drink, we are living his lifestyle, we are following the Romans. Those are the tools of the Dajjal. Dajjal, or the sons of the Dajjal, are using the Romans, the West, to lead the humanity. And the rest of the humanity are like sheep, cattle, following them without thinking. Dogs. We are part of that. And Rasulullah alayhi salatu wasalam have said that very clearly. قال صلى الله عليه وسلم لتتبعن سنن من كان قبلكم حذو النعل بالنعل وحذو القذ بالقذ حتى إذا دخلوا جحر ضب دخلتموه فقالوا اليهود والنصارى يا رسول الله قال ومن إذن. Who else? So Allah alayhi salatu wasalam said, you are going to follow those who be before you guys. Even if the food underfoot, you move the same. And in this case, as per the prescription or the description of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, they are leaders. We are following. We are just followers. We are going to follow them. Even they get into the dig of a dob. It's like a big lizard in the desert of Arabia. We will go inside with them. And the people asked Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, talking about the Jews and Christians, who else? وَمَنْ إِذًا. And this is exactly what's happening. We are following the West. And the West has been led by the sons of the Dajjal. And sons of the Dajjal are in control of everything. And controlling the West to lead the others. I wish the message has arrived clearly. I wish that the people wake up. I wish that these lectures is being widely spread to make the people wake up. I can't do this by myself. You guys, mashallah, all of you are highly educated. Do something about it. Spread the truth. Make the people, shake the people, let them wake up. I am trying to do this one according to my capabilities. I'm a very little tiny guy. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله تعالى لي ولكم. اللهم اغفر وارحم وتجاوز عما تعلم واهدنا السبيل الأقوم إنك أنت الأعز الأكرم. اللهم ارحمنا فيمن رحمت واشملنا فيمن شملت واكرمنا فيمن أكرمت وارفعنا فيمن رفعت. اللهم ارحم أمة محمد. اللهم اهد أمة محمد. اللهم انصر أمة محمد. اللهم اعفو عن أمة محمد. اللهم اغفر لأمة محمد. اللهم طهر قلوب أمة محمد. اللهم زكي نفوس أمة محمد. اللهم اشرح صدور أمة محمد. اللهم إنا يا أرحم الراحمين نسألك نصرا عزيزا مؤزرا تشفي به صدور قوم مؤمنين يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم إنا ضعفاء وأنت القوي. اللهم إنا أذلاء وأنت العزيز يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم إنا نسألك العزة كما أن العزة لك ولرسولك صلى الله عليه وسلم فاجعلها لنا واجعلنا من المؤمنين يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم انصر دينك يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم انصر لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله واجعلنا مؤيدين بنصرك يا أرحم الراحمين. وصل اللهم على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا. الفاتحة. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى.